come up on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to lock one deep, and the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. No problem there on the extra point. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. As we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On 1st down, it's Rosen. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rosen on 1st and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Bobby Wagner coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Detroit! Watching that, Marty!
On 2nd down, Rosen rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Screen play, Johnson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
What really hurts defenses on screen passes is that they eat up one of their levels right away. Because you know, most defense, there's 3 levels. D-line, linebacker, secondary. But on a screen pass, you're inviting the defensive line to get past them, and you throw the ball over their heads. And now, there's just 2 levels left to try and stop big guys out in front of a guy running.
And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. It's the fullback with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great play there with a return of 102 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
From the gun, it's Rosen. Underneath for Johnson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Rosen will throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Over!
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Oh, look at this play call. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 24 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And it's a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. In for the score. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. The extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get...
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jayon Brown coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. On 3rd down, Rosen. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. To throw is Rosen. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now Rosen. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Barney. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. Detroit!
Rosen to throw again. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Throwing again, it's Rosen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Blue line.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it across midfield and down to the Cardinal territory. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And he's taken down inside the 30. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. He'll drop to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's second and 11.
Lucky 56.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a first down, and he's also over 190 receiving yards now. What a game.
Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. Flashed a nifty move, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. They'll drop the throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. As his guys are in for 6. And the Seahawks add on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Now Rosen looking to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here's Rosen. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Watch it now, Barney.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to
All right, now, look
defend?
at 56.
And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They go play action here on first down. That is caught at the 7. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Again, it's Rosen. This is caught. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. In for the score. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Now the try here for the extra point. And that score there makes this a much more manageable deficit.
Agreed, because before that touchdown, this looked like this was about over. Instead, they've got hope. They're back in the game. They feel better about themselves, and now they have a chance to make some more plays.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Throw spinning away. And now running right through him. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
There he goes, left side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there, 78 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Cardinals on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Here's Rosen to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Oh, and they had him stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. On 1st down, it's Rosen. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And now it's Rosen looking. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
Watch it now, Barney!
From the gun, it's Rosen. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. Extra point up and through. And that will get them one closer. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Leopard! Leopard!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball
All right,
on the
now,
43.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down to the 36-yard line here. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll look to throw here. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
Black 99 Philly, here we go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. McConley's got it over the middle. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Lucky 56.
They go play action. It's Rosen. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. A gain of 6 there on first. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Rosen will throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
That one looks like he'll throw here. Able to shake him off. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Looking to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it now. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Now a desperation throw deep down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard.